Good morning, YouTube. Delta Fresh Relics here. Look at them two idiots. Don't you be running through my little test plot, you stupid. Go on. Alright, so we was having a discussion on the boards, talking about an aluminum nail board. Now, I don't have a nail board, but I conveniently have a lot of aluminum. So this is what I'm going to do. I've got these 4 pieces here. Folded up beaver tail. You know, a spread out beaver tail. Heavy old square tab. And this piece of thin aluminum, about like can slaw, really. So I'm just we're gonna listen to each of these targets with the Omega 8000 and Equinox 600. And then I've got a couple good targets here. Nickel and a thin men's gold band. All right, so let's see what happens here. First, we're gonna listen to these on the ground, and then I'm gonna bury everything at different depths, I think. Because I think that's where the real challenge comes in, is getting that machine to recover from the trash to a deeper good target. But, all right, so we'll start with the Omega. And I've got, this is the only coil that I've really used on the Omega, so I didn't switch it out for anything else. But let's listen to each of these. So, square tab. The little can slaw looking piece. Beaver tail. Do you notice how the Omega gives that little raspy tone on? Alright. Let me set down this nickel and ring so we can see what they do too. And yeah, I made sure this is a clean patch of ground. There was nothing here, that's why I chose this spot. So, alright, here's the ring. And the nickel. Alright. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to let's start with the nickel. Let's put that nickel right in the middle. And I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I can already tell you how this is going to go. This is going to be tough for the Omega. It will pick that nickel out. It is giving me a 50s nickel ID when I hover over that nickel. Let's put the ring in there. And the Omega's not really, doesn't have the tone options necessarily to give you the tonal information between these targets, because they're all very similar. Ooh, that's tough on this thing. It does do it though. I think, let me show you what the NOX does, because this is where the difference is. I use the Omega in aluminum trash a lot over the years, and I liked it better than the T2, and I liked it better, obviously, than the Gold Bug for the aluminum. But watch these targets on the NOX. I'm in Park 150 tone, and just regular sensitivity. So square tab, can slaw, beaver tail, beaver tail. All right. This is where it's cool. every 2 digits you get a different tone in 50 tone. So notice how those 2 are lower. See that? All right. I think the NOX is going to tear this test up. Let's listen for the low tone and the 12 ID. What's that gold ring come up as? 14. No, this ain't a very realistic test, I guess. I'm sure people out there could modify this test to be something better. All right. Uh-oh, where'd my nickel go? Do you see it? I lost it. Oh man, I might have to put my glasses on. Hey, stupid, I lost the nickel. It's early, I just woke up. Did I put it in my pocket? God, I did. All right, I'm gonna bury these targets. Let's see. I'm gonna put the good targets at 5 inches in between here, and then I'm gonna put each of these at like, 2, 3, 1, and like maybe I'll put that at 4. All right, so I'll be right back. Let me bury these real quick. Okay, so I've buried the junk targets here. Beaver tail, square tab. Now watch what the can slaw did when I buried it. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put the nickel at 5 inches right between. All right, so we're gonna use the Omega. I got a nickel at 5 inches between these junk targets here. Let's listen to the junk. That's why I like this machine in aluminum. Do you hear that ratty sound? You know not to dig that. It's aluminum. Can slaw. All right. Square tab. And another beaver tail. It was having a hard time there already. There it is. All right, let's see if it'll hit the nickel. Watch for a 50s. Nope. The shallower targets are overwhelming the Omega. It can't punch between them to get the nickel. What about the NOX? All right, here's the trash. Can slaw. Square tab. Beaver tail. Beaver tail. All right, can it hit the nickel? It's not getting the nickel. I think that the coil's too large. It's hitting 3 or 4 of those targets at the same time. All right, let's swap that nickel out for the ring. Oh boy. All All right, let me get it out and I'll get back with you. All right, so I had to get my pinpointer out of the truck to find that stupid nickel. But I got the gold ring put down in there now. All right, beaver tail, square tab, aluminum trash, gold ring. It's not doing it, folks. It's not doing it. This test might be a little intentionally too tough, I think. And somebody else might want to try it on their own to see what their results are. But I know for me, the end result in the field is going to be the same. When you come into an area that's filled with this dense trash like this, you just got to dig it out. You just got to dig it out. That's your 2 beaver tails. Square tab. Can slaw. Okay, gold ring. It won't do it. Now, I could easily probably create results to where it could do it by spacing everything out a little bit, which may actually be more realistic, but I've been digging some home sites lately, which is where I got this trash from, where the NOX is just going off like a machine gun on this aluminum, man. I'm talking constant targets from the 12 to 19 range. Just a barrage of them. So I think we're all going to just be stuck digging aluminum. There's just really no way around it. If you want the mid and low conductors out of the aluminum, you're going to dig the aluminum. But this is how this would work for me in this scenario. I would approach this, you know, because I'll be hunting with my NOX. I would approach this situation like, man, you would dig a couple of those targets out, recheck the area, and you'd be hitting that ring or that nickel. That's what I think. So I'm kind of surprised that neither of them will pick that out like that, but not really. That's tough. I got it set up really tough for that with those size coil on the NOX. Now, let's get this back out of there. I'm gonna leave my gold in the dirt. God dang. Just like watching gold come out the dirt. All right, folks, there it is. It may not be the best, most foolproof test. I'm a hobbyist, not a scientist. But it just kind of reinforces my belief, which is when you come into the ferrous or non-ferrous trash like that, just get your shovel ready. Because if you're going to have to put the time in and dig it out. All right, guys, I hope that helps somebody. I know there's going to be a lot of you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have tried this, you should have tried that. I just woke up. I've been thinking about making this video for a few days now, and I just threw it together. So, ain't going to discourage me. That machine right there is one separating beast of a machine. And you can really see the advantage to that technology versus this in that scenario. Now that machine right there does good in aluminum. I have picked so many coins out of the aluminum trash with that machine, like in parks and yards and such. I do not hunt the iron with that machine because it's just no fun. But yeah, that's what it is. Thanks for watching.